Chevening Alumni consists of students who would have been awarded a scholarship from the Foreign and Commonwealth and Development Office's Chevening Program Fund. So all of us here, as well as a couple of overseas St. Helenians, were awarded scholarships through the Chevening Scholarship Fund.
The alumni is to do with all students all around the world. We have a Chevening scholarship.
That's right.
So all of these people can actually be, regardless of where you are in the world, for projects like these in your country. So it has to be, like to understand it, and it have to be something that really needs to be done for them to actually give us this extra funding.
Yeah.
So it's a competitive process that we go through, and the Chevening Alumni Program Fund is funded through the FCDO.
Yeah, so we basically have to put in like a cost sheet and everything, and then, and then a budget, and then they will give us their grant, basically. If they think that our project sounds really good, then it will,
Will have an impact, or
yes.
some kind of awareness, or
right.
that kind of thing.
So what we had to do with all the Chevening projects, basically, we had to prepare a bid first. So we had to basically write up like a business case, say what the overall aim of the project will be, and then we basically had to specify like specific outputs. So the title of the project was Preparing for Our Digital Destiny, and so our main aim was to create a media campaign to promote the opportunities the cable will bring. So we wanted to like utilize all the different avenues. So radio, TV, which is coming up, newspapers, social media, and we pretty much did that successfully. So that was pretty good, yeah. And I really wanted to do this project in light of the fiber optic cable recently coming to the island, and basically I wanted to really just get everybody made aware of what the cable will bring for the island in terms of like, the economy and for jobs and that type of stuff, because I think a lot of people only see it through the lens of, okay, I can watch Netflix unlimited, I can watch YouTube, I can go crazy downloading stuff at home, but I don't think, see all the other opportunities and the impact it will bring to the island. So I really wanted to take this opportunity to do this project to really highlight that to people and really get people excited about the cable, because I think at the moment people still aren't very sure about it, so they but I suppose cautious about it. But I really wanted to make it a bit more positive in the community and create a buzz about it. So.
And I think central to the project was the workshops that were hosted. And those workshops were hosted to target primarily the business community, but I think we had a lot of other stakeholders represented as well. So it gave a number of speakers the opportunity to be able to offer a perspective on what they feel the cable will bring.
The turnout definitely for the workshop, I was very pleased with the turnout for the workshop. I think we all were quite pleased. Of course we didn't know what was going to happen going into it, but the feedback as well that we received was really exciting, and the fact that we get to actually put this on the promo channel to reach a wider audience, so anyone who couldn't make it, then they can still see what it is that St. Helena can look like in a few years just after the cable comes.
So there were a number of interesting speakers at the event, and one of them was Gareth's professor.
Yes.
Drew from
University of
Manchester. And I think one of the key things he mentioned in his speech was the fact that, as Gareth said, a lot of people are going to be thinking about what they will be able to download once that cable capacity increases, or the capacity of the cable gives us greater access to more content. But he said, one of the key things is St. Helena needs to think about what it's going to contribute to the Wild Web, how we're going to extract value from what is regarded now as the attention economy. So that we're not just downloading information to St. Helena, but we're also creating a platform where information about St. Helena is engaging, and we're actually becoming part of that attention economy.
Yeah, so basically we aren't just consumers, we become contributors to, like you said, the Wild Wide Web and everything that's out there. So
I think as well as the opportunities that were identified, Gareth helpfully also did a little presentation on some of the pitfalls or the threats that also will come with the opportunities that you have to be aware of using the cybersecurity background. I thought it was really helpful for some of the business community to understand how regular it is that actually businesses come under attack through cyber attacks, and what the potential implications of that could be, and actually what the costs are for trying to rebuild from some of these attacks, which I also thought was a very good balance between the opportunities but also gearing ourselves up to make sure that we're able to face the challenges as well.
We also have been doing a lot of promotional posters, which people might have seen like in the newspapers, as well on social media. They've been stuck up in various places around Ireland. That was really cool because we had loads of different people sort of from different businesses, different organizations, just saying like what they think the cable will do for them. And I think that was really positive as well to get all those people involved. So that was really nice.
Yeah, and I think by reaching out and engage with them, they caused them to think about too what future opportunities there were. It just made it a little bit more real, the potential what it could bring, and also I think for others just hearing about what others were doing, what potentially could do.
Yeah, one of the quite exciting, interesting ones for me was the guy called Pedro from Brazil, who's here as a digital nomad, working, doing his full-time job, but over the internet. So that was quite interesting, I think, and eye-opening as well for a lot of people. And I think that's an opportunity as well for Helena to take hold of in the future. I think to encourage even more saints to return.
I think from the successes side, I think we have set out, achieved what we set out to do.
Yeah.
So we have raised some awareness around the threats, but also I think the piece that we did on some of the opportunities was well received. I heard quite a lot of feedback, and I know you did around some elements of the presentations that were given. Opened quite a few eyes for certain people, and so from my perspective, I think what we set out to do in terms of the program has success to a certain extent. There is room for improvement, but I'm hoping now the work that Gareth and others are doing in terms of trying to promote awareness around not only the positive opportunities that comes from it, but also the challenges that will come over the cable, should stand us in good state going forward. And what we've done, basically, hopefully everybody can build upon that.
I think it also helped people to just start to have the discussion and the thought, because having the cable here is one thing, but actually having to use it is another, and there are things that you have to have in place, or you have to have a certain kind of cost related to something that you're thinking about. So it's just getting that sort of information starting to be thought about and sort of in motion. So I guess, even though it's kind of like a toe of an iceberg, you have to start something, there'll probably have to be more sort of things about certain areas like cybersecurity, probably, which I think Gareth is kind of working on.
And I think to close it out, as the Chevening lead on this project, I was very pleased to just the support I had from these guys to get the project up and running, especially to Della. And just everyone as well, who contributed. So thank you all, to the people who did the workshops, the people who contributed to the promotional posters, to the radio stations as well for doing our jingles and stuff like that. And allowing us to use that channel. So yeah, just really grateful for all the support, and we hope that we helped you as the community as well. So it's not just about us, but it's basically Chevening is all about that. Chevening is about basically looking for leaders who can make an impact in the community, make a change in the community, and I think we're doing a good job so far. I think. Say so myself.